कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमांत महादेशिकाय नमः। Hanumat Bhakti is the essence of Sundara Kandam. Here is the lyrics of a Telugu song which praises how Hanuman saw Rama and Sita. Talli Tandri Guruvu Neeve Todu Needa Neeve Dharani Janna Palana Jese Param Jyotive. He says, Talli Tandri Guruvu Neeve. Talli Tandri Guruvu. In the beautiful language Telugu means, you are my mother, you are my father, you are my Acharya. Talli Tandri Guruvu Neeve Todu Needa Neeve Dharani Janna Palana Jese Param Jyotive. You are the one who protects the people on this very earth. So, Hanuman Bhakti saw Rama and Sita as his very parents. So, he has left from his father, Prabhu Sri Ramachandra from Bharatadesham, and has gone to meet his mother, Sita Mata, in Lanka. That he was not able to spot Sita Mata anywhere, finally he lands in Ashokavanam. After he sees Sita seated in the shade of the Shimshupa Vriksham in Ashokavanam, comes this shlokam, Tulya Shilavayo Vrittam, Tulya Bhijana Lakshanam, Raghavorhati Vaidehim, Tanchayam Asite Kshana. So, there is no match to the beauty of her eyes, is what he concludes. What is so special about Mata Sita's eyes? So we know from the Vishnu Purana Vakyam of Parashara Maharshi who states, Nityai Jaganmata Vishno Shri Ranapayini Devatve Devadeheyam Manushyatve cha Manushi. From that we know, Devatve Devadeheyam. So if he chooses to be Deva, she is the Devi. Manushyatve cha Manushi. If he chooses to be the man, a human, she also chooses to be born in the human clan. Raghavatve abhavat Sita. So if he chooses to be as Prabhu Sri Ramachandra, she is Mata Sita. So Sita is treated as the incarnation of Mahalakshmi herself. That's it. In praise of Mahalakshmi sings the towering personality Adi Shankara Bhagavatpada. He says, Maya pati tadihamanthara. In another occasion he says, Ishan nishidatu maikshanamikshanaardham. In the third occasion he says, Drishtya trivishta papadam sulabham labhante. So he speaks about how the glances of Mahalakshmi, her eye glances, are enough to elevate a person. While saying so, he talks about the beautiful lotus-like eyes that can bless the devotees immensely. So Adi Shankara unequivocally states that Mahalakshmi's eyes, Her eye glances are extremely important for a devotee to rise from poverty and to be blessed with bliss. Let us take another example. Kuresha. In Sanskritam, he is called Kuresha. In the Tamil language, he is called Kurattalvan. He was the prime disciple of the 11th century polymath, one of the greatest philosophers Bharatadesham has seen, Bhagavad Ramanujacharya. Kuresha, while singing praises of Sri Mahalakshmi, states, Yasya vikshya mukham tadingita paradhinaha vidatte kilam. Vidatte akilam, vidatta akilam, this entire akilam. Yasya vikshya mukham tadingita paradhinaha. He says, how the Lord, Prabhu Sriman Narayana, while he creates the world, he has to have a pramana. You always need to look to something. For example, if I'm going to give a lecture for an hour, I look at the audience's face to know the public reaction. I will also look at the clock. So there are two benchmarks set. I should complete it within that 1 hour. When I look at the audience's face, I will know how to tune in my speech so as to make them involved in that particular topic. Similarly, here we have Mahavishnu, Sriman Narayana, who creates the world. He needs a pramanam. He will look to her eyes, it seems. If her eyes go upwards, he will create the celestials. If it is somewhere in the middle, he will create the you all. If she looks down, she will create a primitive mortal like me. So, this creation dissolution process itself, which the Lord does, is based on her eye movements. Tadingita paradhinaha. Adi Shankara states, bless and bliss comes from her eyes. Kuresha states, creation is based on her eyes. Here we have the son of Kuresha called Parashara Bhatta. He tells in one of the verses in a work called Shri Gunaratna Kosham, Ratir Matir Saraswati Dhriti Samriddhi Siddhi Shriyaha Sudha Sakhi Yato Mukham Chichalishetava Bhrulata Tato Mukhamathindire Baumukhim Aham Purvikam Vigakya cha vasham vada parivahanti kulankashaha. When Mahalakshmi looks at her devotees, let's say she is looking at one of you. While she looks at you, it seems at the feet of Mahalakshmi there will be 7 Devis seated. They are all her maids. One is a Rati, beauty, Mati, Buddhi, Saraswati, Vakshakti, Siddhi, victory, Shriyaha, prosperity. So all these Devis will be seated. Ratir, Matir, Saraswati, Dhriti, Samriddhi, Siddhi, Shriyaha, Sudha, Sakhi. The one who emerged along with Sudha, Amritam, O Mahalakshmi, Yato Mukham Chichalishe Tava Brulata. So they are all waiting. All the 7 Devis will be looking at Mahalakshmi. If Mahalakshmi hints through her eyes, go there, immediately these Devis will run, which means all the prosperity, the Vak Shakti, Buddhi, beauty, all that we all appreciate in this world comes to us only if we have the eye glances of Mahalakshmi falling on us. So Mahalakshmi's eye glances on us is very important to receive all these attributes together. There is another verse which Parashara Bhatta states. He says, let's compare 2 situations. There is one person seated on the elephant with a beautiful umbrella behind him, giving him shade. People doing chamara kainkaryam, fanning service to him. And there he comes on the elephant, and as he walks on the elephant, people on both the sides welcome him with Purna Kumbham. They put silk clothes on him, they shower petals on him. And with all the adulation he receives, he smiles. And those 2 rows of white teeth look as if pearls and stars from the constellation have been fit together. This is one situation. So the person is coming on the elephant. The other person is looking to the person who's seated on the elephant with very dirty teeth, torn clothes. What does it indicate? He states, the one who comes on the elephant has invoked the grace of Mahalakshmi by being charitable. See, as much as we get, we have to give. If the thought is to never give and only accept, poverty is the only virtue that we will be blessed with. Poverty just not with terms of wealth, even in jnanam. So he compares, Eko mukta patra prajalamani dhanat kari maulir manusyo dhrupyadanta valastho naganayati natan yakshanam kshonipalan yattasmai tishthatenyah कृपणमशरणो दर्शयन्दन्तपङ्क्ति तत्ते श्रीरङ्गराजप्रणयिनि नयनोदञ्जितत् अंजिताभ्याम्. So, he says, the one who's blessed by Mahalakshmi, her eye glances receives it. There is another verse of Parashara Bhatta's father Kuresha who states, Yasya kataksha vikshakshana laksham lakshita maheshasyuhu Srirangaraja Mahishi Samamapi Vikshatam Lakshmi. Even if you have to receive moksham, Aishwaryam, Aksharagatim, Paramam Padamba, be it the material pleasures of this Ihalokam, Ihaloka Saukhyam, or Jivatma Sakshatkaram, which is Kaivalyam, or Paramatma Sakshatkaram and Moksham, Paramam Padamba. Samsridhyakshara Vaishnavadhvasun Rinam Sambhavyate Karhi Chitu, says the great Acharya Varya Yamunacharya. So, to receive the grace of Mahalakshmi, her eye glances is very important. Adi Shankara states, Bhagavad Ramanuja states, Kuresha states, Parashara Bhatta states, Vedanta Deshika states, Yasyam Dishi Viharate Devi Drishtistvadiya Tasyam Ahamahamikam Dhanvate Sampadogaha Yoga Rambatvarita Manaso Yushmataikanta Yuktam Dharmam Praptum Prathama Mihaye Dharayante Dhanayam. So, her eye glances are very important for the shower of be it the material prosperity or bliss. While all the Shastras, while all the Acharya Varyas talk about her eye glances, why will Hanuman not talk? So he says, Rama is comparable to Sita in terms of character, qualities, age, beauty, external beauty. But it is the beautiful eyed Sita who wins, because Rama matches in all aspects to Sita except the eye glances. Now you may wonder, so what is so special about her eye glances? We have described the Lord's eyes also akin to the petals of a newly blossomed lotus. It is so beautiful like a lotus. But what is so special about Sita? Is it a few notches better than him? Does she get some brownie points more than him? What makes Sita's eye glances special? For this, my Acharya used to state a particular incident that occurred 1,000 years back, roughly 1,000 years back, in this beautiful town called as Srirangam. Srirangam is that temple town which houses the world's largest functioning temple. It is this temple that houses Ranganatha Swami, Lord Vishnu, who was once worshipped by the kings of Ikshvaku Vamsham. Aja, Dilipa, Asamanja, Samshuman, even Dasharatha, even Rama. After that, after Rama's time is only when Vibhishana positioned the Lord in Srirangam. So in this Srirangam, there occurred an incident which exemplifies what Hanuman felt about Sita's eyes. What is that incident, sir? We are very curious to understand what that incident is. Wait for the next episode. Dear Astika reader, I am happy to be authoring a 2-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.